they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets.
Welcome to Graybo's Giblets. We're out here dropping giblets. I'm your host, Graybo, and I'm joined by always Dennyonetime and Fitz to break down the Week 2 NFL slate. Boys, we were hot last week. How y'all doing?
I'm the only person here that's not hungover. I didn't go to some silly concert last night like y'all two did.
Got my sunglasses on, but I'm here to pod. I'm feeling good. Feeling to keep our picks hot here. Fitz, what's up?
Hey, man. Here to party.
So just to recap Week 1 slate, Denny, 2-1. The Browns plus 2.5 and 49ers minus 2.5 hit pretty easily. But your Texans lost you 10 points. They were plus 10. I don't know. I had minus 10. They were plus 10. You didn't hit that. They were in it for a while, though. Fitz, 3-0, just like college.
Oh, yeah.
Just like college. He's been hot. Keep going. Niners. He had Niners minus 2.5, Titans plus 3 in the Washington, Arizona under 38 hit by a point?
2 points.
2 points. And then I went 2-1 with my Ravens, minus 10, Falcons minus 3.5, Giants, a big L. Big L. After the first series where they're driving the ball, it's like, okay, they look good. And then they got blocked. Cowboys ran it back. And the rest was history. So let's get to the board this week. So our picks were very good last week, but our fantasy football, our DFS was not. Very sloppy Week 1 for DFS besides Tyreek Hill. But let's get to the board. Denny, who do we like this week?
Looking at the slate, I see a huge bounce back game for the Bills and Josh Allen. They're not going to go 0-2. They're angry. They're playing a bad team. They're playing at home. I'm going to bet the Bills so hard
Do it.
at 8.5.
Do it.
That's my big bet of the week. Like I'm talking usually bet NFL like half a unit to 1 unit. Per game, I'm betting 6 units on the Bills.
Oh, my.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, six
units on the Bills.
Oh, baby.
Jags. I'm taking the Jags getting 3.5 at home against the Chiefs. And I am taking the Texans again at home against the Colts. I think the Colts are slightly more doo-doo than the Texans are. The Texans' rookie quarterback will get them a little less trouble this week than the Colts' rookie quarterback. Give me the Texans at home against the sad Colts.
Both quarterbacks there are banged up. Yeah. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that. All right, Fitz, stay hot. What we got?
Yeah, we're going to go with 4 picks this week. We're going to try to go from 0 to 4 now. So here's a betting system. Weeks 1 and 2, 1 to 5.5 point underdogs are 69, 39, and 2 against the spread. 64%.
Giblets.
Ooh, I like when Fitz has numbers.
Yeah, this is straight from the Action Network. I'm just copying pasta here. 58% over the last decade. So, with that said, here are 3 picks completely against that.
When they zig, Fitz zags.
Let's go, baby.
This is a pick that I actually made before the news of Austin Eckler.
He's officially out.
Has that line moved?
I can check while you're doing your pick.
I'm going to take it regardless. I like the Chargers, even with Joshua Kelly in the backfield, to cover 2.5. They're playing the Titans. The Titans scored 5 field goals against the Saints. I wouldn't be caught dead betting Tennessee this week. But great cover last week.
While you're talking, it is still 2.5.
All right.
Because it moved
was
to
3.
It moved to 3, came back to 2.5.
Right. So
Yeah.
Eckler's worth half a point.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Second one, Browns minus 2. Opened up as the underdog, now the favorite. That's always scary. They're on the road against Mike Tomlin, who has a great record on Monday Night Football. But who cares? We're going to just go against all conventional wisdom this week. Go Browns minus 2, Monday Night Football. I'm going to go against, well, I guess we could. No, this is completely against
You're going to
me.
middle 3.
Yeah,
3
middle
quarter.
Middle of the hook. Chiefs minus 3, coming off of a mini bye week, big bounce back spot. Kelsey back in the lineup. I like the Chiefs to cover that by
Love that.
And then lastly, we'll go Rams, Niners over 44.5. Both teams put up over 30 week 1. I think that has potential for a little bit of a shootout.
little shootout. Purdy versus Stafford. All
Yeah,
right.
wouldn't be caught dead betting Tennessee this week.
I'm betting Tennessee +3 this week. So yeah, I got the Titans at +3 at home. I like getting some home dogs. They look pretty. They looked pretty good last week. Tannehill just needs to do his thing, distribute the ball, get it out quick, hand it off to Derrick Henry, and the defense. I like the D. So the Titans are pretty good at home as well. So I'm going to take the Titans. Like Fitz said, Austin Eckler's out, so that helps us even more. I'm all over the Titans. Broncos. I'm going Broncos -3.5 after Fitz called Sean Payton a fraud. I think he gets it done this week. And then I'm also going against Fitz with the Steelers +2 at home, Monday Night Football. They're not losing this one. I think they win outright. And then with Denny on the Bills, great bounce back spot. Josh Allen over 300 yards. He's going to have 3 touchdowns, 2 to Diggs. They beat the Raiders by 20 or more. Bills -8.5. Lock it up. So those are my picks. Let's go to props for this week. Best prop bets of week 1. We saw Denny went 0-1. No, Dotson looked good for the Commanders. Just no touchdowns. Fitz was 1-1, hit the Dobbs under, but the Lamar over rushing was at 38, and you needed like 50. And then I was 1-2. I got a Bijan touchdown early, which was nice. It was an awesome touchdown.
Great pass. Great pass.
Great pass, too. Yeah. Ritter stinks. Russell Wilson still is Russell over passing. Wasn't even close. And I had Lamar over rushing, too. So 1-2. Not the best for prop bets last week, fellas. So let's try to do better. Dude, not a big prop guy, so he's going with 1 again. But you found one you like.
Well, you'll see a theme here. I'm just going to take Diggs over 74.5. Most things I talk about today will involve the Bills. And so, I would also look at, Gabe Davis possibly as well. But just give me Diggs over 74.5.
Love it. Fitz.
I'm also going with the wide receiver over Calvin Ridley over 67.5.
Looked great last week.
He looked really good.
Quick.
High total. Anticipated shootout here with the Chiefs, and he likes a little action, so I'm sure he has his own over.
All right, love it. I got 2 plays. I got Geno Smith over 245.5 passing, second highest total. I think the Seahawks have weapons that they need to utilize. Going to have a better game plan. They looked awful last week. Geno's going to sling it. He got paid, so he needs to start earn his money. And then I'm going Jamar Chase, Burrow. A lot of people who are really pissed and off the Bengals already after 1 week. And the weather was terrible last week. Chase is catching a touchdown. Diggs is easily catching a touchdown. So a Diggs Chase touchdown parlay plus 273. Good number. Taking that. So let's get better at DFS, fellas. Yep. It was sloppy last week. The highs, we had Tyreek Hill. We mentioned Ridley. We mentioned Zay Flowers. Yep. But there were a lot of lows. Yep. Drake London.
End up.
Drake London. 1 target.
Yeah.
0 catches. What is Atlanta doing?
They ran the ball at will, right? Both running backs had big games.
But they just not letting Ritter throw anything. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
They're going to be behind in games eventually.
Yeah.
Gibson was terrible. That's on me. Dulcich got hurt. Our tight ends, fellas. Okinawa, Dulcich, and Dallas Goedert. Guess how many points they got combined?
Okonkwo? You said Okinawa. Couldn't let that slide. Okonkwo had 0. Okinawa is where Mr. Miyagi was from as a kid.
Okinawa.
Yeah.
Okonkwo.
Yeah. Sound like Cole Spain down here pronouncing words.
We're the experts.
Guess how many points they had combined?
I knew he had 0.
I'm slow today.
I have him in 2 fantasy season-long leagues, and he had 0 points last week.
Dallas Goedert, 0 points. Dulcich, 0 points.
That hurts.
All 3 of them did not have a catch. Dulcich got hurt.
Yeah.
Goddard, I don't know what happened.
He got it back to him. This is Thursday night. This week.
Yeah.
He got some targets.
He got some targets. Not a lot of yards, but he got some targets. All right, and then Russell Wilson was terrible. So a lot of lows. Let's do better. Starting at the quarterback position, who's one stud? What's one value play? Do you have a lock this week? Who wants to start? Denny?
Yeah,
Got us.
at the stud. I mean, you can guess what I'm going to say. Give me Josh Allen. He's going to be wheeling and dealing. In the mid-tier, I like T-Law a lot. I think everyone is getting more and more excited about Ridley, but he still has Kirk. He's got Zay Jones. He's got Evan Ingram. And I think they will put up some points on the Chiefs this week. And then at the cheap end, I don't say this often, actually like Russ at home against the Commanders. And I like CJ Stroud versus the Colts.
Excellent. Fitz, who you got at quarterback?
I'm just going to give one pick here. Joe Burrow, a little bit down the board at 6,900. Going up against a banged-up Ravens secondary. Bounce back game for the Bengals. I like them.
Yeah.
Cheapest you'll ever see Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's going to It's week one bias there. 69. Going back to 6,900. Got to play him a little bit. I'm with Duke. Fire up Josh Allen versus Oakland. And then a value play for me, Geno Smith against Detroit. I think that's going to be like a sleeper pick for a shootout. So Goff is also could be a good one. All right, at running back, Denny, who we going?
At the higher end, I like Tony Pollard or Saquon. Middle of the road, I like ETN. I mean, the Jags, again, I think they put up some points. ETN looked pretty explosive. Bigsby's getting some carries, but ETN still getting a good chunk of the load. And then value, I'm still not out on Rashad White. So give me Rashad at 5,500. That just seems
the volume is there for him.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of definitely a cash game play at 5,500. Does he have the upside to win you a tournament? Maybe not, but I still like him at that price.
Yeah, I'm gonna go because I want to piggyback off what you just said. I have Rashad White as my value pick too. I think the volume's there. The backup is it Chase Edmonds? Chase Edmonds didn't see a lot of action. Like Rashad White is the guy in Tampa, and he's still cheap. So you got to play him because the volume is there. And then I really like Tony Pollard at 7,500. That offensive line, and they're just going to feed him in the red zone. He had 2 touchdowns last week in a blowout, and he's going to get all the carries in the red zone. So I'm going Pollard 7,500 as my stud, and White as my value play. It was kind of the salaries were kind of hard. I don't have like a middle of the road guy that I'm either going to go like high up stud with some guys down low. It's very like strict with the pricing this week. Fitz, who you got?
Going back to the Bucks, who I keep hearing about is Sean Tucker, undrafted guy, I think. Watch out for him. That might be a little sleeper later on.
Tucker.
Running backs, I'll give middle of the road. Jahmyr Gibbs at 6,300. After listening to the Eagles coach talking about he wanted to get Swift more involved after week 1 and then see what he did on the Thursday night, I think I can see the same thing with Dan Campbell. He said he wanted to get Gibbs more involved. So a little bounce back there for Jahmyr. And then Algier at 5,500. I think that's a pretty good price for a guy who's clearly still very much involved in that running game.
Yeah, he's especially going to get some goal line carries like he did last week.
Yep. Stealing my fantasy touchdowns for Robinson.
Yep.
Don't like it. All right, let's go to wide receiver. Fitz, let's start with you this time. Who do you like at wide receiver? You got a couple names here.
Yep, I'm going to go with the Bengals stack. I'm going to go T. Higgins at 6,400 to pair with Burrow.
Double up.
And then another bounce back game, a guy who couldn't have played worse in week 1. Everybody hates him.
Dumping his cards left and right. We're buying his cards left and right.
We unfortunately are. Kadarius Toney at 4,600. I can see them getting him involved, trying to boost his confidence after that atrocious. I mean, he pretty much lost again. So, yeah, get him involved.
Deleted Twitter.
Yeah.
He deleted Instagram, I think.
I mean, it's hard for a receiver to lose an entire football game, and he did.
He did. All right, Denny, who we got, wide receiver? Give us some winners.
All right, high end. You can guess what I'm going to say. I already said his name. Diggs versus the Raiders. Josh Allen's going to throw the ball a lot. Middle of the road. So the receivers this week, he got some people whose prices are going up, but they're not priced correctly yet. Like in the sports card world, it's almost too late to buy Ridley because you should have bought him like 2 months ago before the camp videos came out. Like his cards are trading like crazy, so I'm not sure how to buy his card, but his daily fantasy prices are not priced up yet where they should be. they probably will be in another 2 or 3 weeks. And that's kind of how it goes with some of these guys in the DFS world. It takes a couple weeks to get their pricing right. So Ridley, I think, is still pretty cheap as a middle of the road. I just love I love how much he's going to get the ball from T-Law. Value, I still think Ayuk is still pretty cheap. He'll get priced up, as will Zay Flowers. I think Zay is clearly going to be a big part of that offense. He's going to be high owned, I would think, this week, as Puka probably will too. But those guys, if you look at, just watch, look at the price last week compared to this week, and just set your calendar 3 weeks from now and look where they're going to be, and they'll be priced right in about 3 more weeks.
I like it.
And then finally, something really cheap. If Christian Watson's not going to play, dude, Jaden Reed for the Packers, I think they need, Dobbs is obviously going to get some targets, but so if Watson's not there, someone else is going to get some targets, and Jaden Reed's real cheap.
And their tight end that we'll talk about when we get to tight ends also is a great play.
Yep.
For me, I am going Chase 7,900 bounce back game with the double up with Bro. I like the bounce back for Drake London. I feel like they're going to get him involved.
Yeah,
they have to. And he's 5,000, so he dropped even more with Duke on Puka shells, 4,900. He had 10 receptions for over 100. As Fitz is laughing at me.
He had 15 targets.
15 targets. Yeah. Puka shell.
If he gets half of those targets at 4,900, he's a steal.
Yeah, and love Devontae Adams with. I didn't know that this news came out yesterday. Jacoby Myers is out, so Devontae at 7,600. I should add him to the touchdown prop. He's going to get a touchdown this week, guaranteed. So Chase, Devontae Adams, Drake London, and Puka shells from me. Tight end. Kelsey's playing this week, boys. Is he on your big board? Fitz, you got a tight end play?
I think we have to put Kelsey in there, right? So we have to score some points on tight ends this year. So I'm going to go with the other tight end in that game, Evan Ingram, $3,000 cheaper. Obviously, probably correctly so, but save a little money there. Should be a high volume game. So give me Ingram.
Love it. Duke.
I'm going to wait till I know that Kelsey is 100% healthy. If you're going to pay up, I just want 100% healthy. Chiefs clicking on all cylinders offense for me. He could have a good game, and that's fine, but you can get tight ends half his price. So I like Ingram at 4,800. Obviously, I'm not going to put all of these Jags together in the same lineup. Some lineups will have some Ingram, some lineups will have some Ridley. Maybe I'll double stack, possibly. But keep your eye on Laporta, tight end for the Lions. I think of all the rookie tight ends, I feel like he's the one that's kind of in the flow of the offense the most early. And so I'm gonna watch him in season long, for dynasty situations. And
what dynasty team is he on in our league?
I don't think he got drafted.
I drafted him.
Did you really?
Second round.
You drafted him in the second round of the rookie?
Yeah, reached.
Was he the fourth tight end taken?
I think he was the second. Dalton Kincaid was first, and he looked decent too last week. He got 4 catches, I think.
Mayer, Kincaid, and
no, Mayer was third.
Okay,
I took Laporta because of the depth chart. He was already starting in camp.
Yeah.
Mayer could be better, but he's not starting.
Right, he's med this year, maybe better long term.
Right.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
I had to throw that in there. If you are going to spit up on tight end, it's Kelsey this week at 7,600. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm locking in someone cheaper than that. But if you're going to do it, Kelsey is the guy to do it. I mean, he's a wide receiver, and they're going to go to him after that loss. I'm a little afraid with the injury, but I think they wouldn't risk something like that if he was really injured. So I think he's going to get a lot of targets. And then my lock that I'll be locking in at tight end pretty much for every lineup is at 3,200 is Luke Musgrave, especially if Watson doesn't play with the Packers.
If Luke Musgrave wasn't a football player, he should be a country singer.
He looked good last week. I like him. The Packers like him. They're using them in their schemes.
Yeah.
So that is a cheap number. You can save a lot of salary. And get the quarterback and running backs and receivers that you need.
Yeah, I love it.
So you can lock that in. That's a lock for cash.
Yeah,
lock for cash. Yeah. All right, so we're going to make some money this week on DFS. We made money everywhere else. I'll tell you this, we goosed on DFS. I'm not afraid to say it. Your tight ends in every lineup are getting 0. You're not going to win anything. You can't. I can't even pronounce our tight ends' names. It's not good. All right, lock of the week and our survivor picks. Lock of the week for us. We went 2-1 as a group. Me and Fitz with a win. Duke with a loss. Duke's 0-1.
Thank you.
Repeat, 0-1.
Thank you, Gray.
Okay, Duke's 0-1 with his Texans plus 10. I went opposite of that, and I'm 1-0. 1-0 with the Ravens minus 10. And Fitz, good pick with the Packers plus 1. Looked good against the Bears. Blew them out. Survivor picks, we're all still alive. Me and Fitz went Ravens. Duke went Commanders. Ooh, that was a good pick. A win is a win. A win is a win. Survive in advance. So let's see who Duke is going with this week for his lock of the week and survivor pick.
I'm going to sound redundant. Give me my lock. Bills minus 8.5, 6 units. Let's go. And give me the Bills in survivor. So when one of us loses in this, are we going to still make a pick, or are we just going to be out? You have to just shut up during the survivor pick.
If we get out of this, you can say
who
who you would have picked.
You can definitely disparage other people's picks.
Yeah.
If you're not a loser.
Yeah.
You're not a
Let's try to go as far as we can. That would have been funny if the Ravens lost to the Texans and the game's over. Fitz, who you going with?
All right, lock of the week. I'm going to take the Bengals minus 3 against the Ravens. Lamar actually kind of owns the Bengals lifetime, but they lost 5 starters. Cornerback, safety, their left tackle, their center, and Dobbins.
This happens every year with the Ravens, man.
It's sad. I like
Dobbins.
I like Burrow on the bounce back against a banged up Ravens team.
We didn't even talk about Aaron Rodgers. I'm sure the whole world already knows.
Yeah.
He's out for the season.
Yeah.
4 snaps.
Yep.
All right.
Good run. A good run.
Yeah, and I just feel sorry for Dobbins. I think that his career's done. I think he'll retire after that one.
Yeah. And then my survivor pick will be Denny's pick, the Bills.
Let's go.
All right. Riding together. All right, my lock of the week that Fitz said he wouldn't touch is the Titans plus 3 at home against the Chargers. The Chargers are still the Chargers. They find ways to lose games. It's unbelievable with all the talent they have, and now their best player, Eckler, is out. So it could be a good week for Herbert to air it out. Titans plus 3 at home. My survivor pick could be a little risky with the Jets defense, but they are heavy favorites, 9.5, I think. So I'm going Cowboys to get them out of the way. Yeah, Dak's a little scary against the Jets, but their D versus Zach Wilson is what I like. You saw what they did to the Giants. So my survivor pick will be the Cowboys. So we got 2 Bills and the Cowboys locks. We got Bills minus 8.5, Bengals minus 3, Titans plus 3. Go get some money. All right. And then let's talk about cards. A little shaky week for week 1. I think in general for everybody. Lamar wasn't great. Got the job. Bless you. Got the job done. Herbert, shaky.
He lost. I mean, he didn't play bad. They just lost. That's kind of how I view Herbert.
Yeah, he threw for like 220.
Yeah,
I need him to throw for 300 every week. Okay?
Yeah.
Josh Allen lost that game for the Bills.
Really
He
bad.
keeps forcing stuff. He keeps running and not getting out of bounds and not sliding. Troy was like pissed. Like he's like, dude.
Yeah.
He kept saying it too.
If you watch Allen's a big guy and he thinks he can take a hit. That's fine. But watch Jalen Hurts play. Jalen Hurts has no shame in just going down. The second the play's dead, he goes down. He saves himself. He doesn't fumble. He doesn't get hurt.
Yep.
Except in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's different. That's when you do it.
Yeah.
That's when you sell out for the extra yard.
Sure.
In week 1, in the third quarter,
Yeah.
when you're up 13-3, why take a big hit? It makes no sense.
Yeah. He needs to get back.
And he's just as big as linebackers. He could take those tests.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So, where are we with cards now, Duke? We talk a lot about buy, hold, sell. Do you have any buys? Do you have any holds? Who are you selling? I know it's only week 1, so we might not know a lot. Might not have a lot to sell. It's a lot of holds probably for us. Probably too late to buy a lot of these guys. So what are we doing?
So obviously after week 1 is like I would call it overreaction week. Whether it's sports betting, daily fantasy lines, lines moving, card prices moving. So the public is going to overreact, but you don't have to. And so lean in and kind of take advantage of when the public overreacts. So the public right now is going crazy over Tua and Tyreek. I think it's a great time to sell Tua if you have any. Like Tyreek is going to be fine, no matter who's throwing the ball to him. But Tua could get hurt tomorrow. I know he's learned how to take a hit, learn how to fall, blah blah blah. If he gets another concussion, he's out for the year. So I would sell him when he's hot. He threw for over 400 yards. He's hot.
I like that.
Like the big guys you just mentioned, like it was not a great week for the fund. Allen looked like doo-doo. Herbert lost. Lamar was whatever. So I'm a hold on all three of those guys.
Absolutely.
If those guys' prices dip, I would probably buy a little bit more of them. Ridley's fascinating. Ridley's going to be a really good receiver in the league, but I think it's almost too late on the card prices. So like I'm not sure I'm buying him heavy this week, but I'm still buying Deshaun Watson. I can't find a good one. Like somebody needs to bring me a big Deshaun, and I'll buy it right now.
There we go. Fitz, what about you?
Yeah, I think the Tua point is interesting.
We got all his cards up on eBay as soon as he had that game. So
Yeah.
Big Sean.
We are a
night,
sell.
You see on Instagram, Big Sean's trying to sell us his RPA for $1,100. I was like, that's the kind of thing when he's trying to sell, don't buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the Dolphins, we talked about it earlier. They were even money to make the playoffs after that big win. I think paired with the Jets losing Rodgers, they moved to minus 225.
Yeah.
So Tua, I think they are going to make the playoffs. So it wouldn't be the worst thing if you had to hold on to it. So
It's
get
just
the
a
right
gamble.
price
It's
if you're
just
going to sell.
Just
Get
a
the right
gamble,
price.
right? Like I agree with all that.
That's
Like,
why we love it.
He might stay healthy, but like how confident?
Oh,
What
yeah.
would you bet him playing more than
6 weeks,
14 games this year? Like
It's week 7.
Probably right. But yeah, if anyone wants to give up on any of those quarterbacks who struggled, Lamar, Herbie, Joey B, Josh Allen,
come to Fitzy.
Yeah,
Come to
buy it.
Fitzy's cave.
We'll buy it.
We will buy all of those from you. Hey, Duke said it best. Week 1 overreaction. I mean, when is Burrow going to throw for less than 100 yards? He's not. I'll take that bet right now.
Ever again.
Ever again?
As long as he plays. Yeah.
It was the wet, unless it's like a monsooning. I couldn't get that word out.
Good effort.
I'm so slow today. A little slow.
Synapses
A little
are
slow.
Quite firing.
Yeah.
But I love the selling Tua. I don't think he's going to make it the whole year. He looked really good.
He looked amazing.
Tyreek Hill. You should listen to our preview show. We had Dolphins tickets
Tyreek
to win the division, to make the playoffs. I know you
He's
had.
going to get 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
He might do it.
He might do it.
He's incredible. All right. Well, that's going to do it for our NFL show, but we have a surprise for you. Since we did our whole podcast on college football yesterday, and we didn't.
This one wasn't my fault.
This wasn't Fitz's fault. We're going to give you quick picks because we didn't get it recorded. We're not going to go back and do the whole show, but we want to get our picks out to you guys for those loyal listeners that were texting me. Where are the college picks?
What a
I need some.
drastic difference.
I need some giblets. What's that?
What a drastic difference in this episode versus how great we were yesterday compared to today. What a bummer that we lost that one.
I know. We were on it.
We were all over it.
Yeah, we were very funny.
So let's do it. I'm going to give
I guess we'll never know.
brief recap. So we go to the board. I am going to mention Duke is 1-4
Has to be mentioned.
to start his 2 weeks of college football. UTSA minus 13 did not cover versus
I
Texas.
thought we were going
State.
through this quick.
Florida Atlantic minus 3.5 to Ohio, lost outright. All right, Duke, go.
The game I'm looking forward to watching, obviously Tennessee, Florida, or Colorado State. The games I'm betting, Miami of Ohio getting 14.5. Also like Miami of Ohio to win the MAC at 10-1 on DraftKings. Run get that. It was 6.5 a couple of weeks ago. It's 10-1. Run get it. I'm going to fade UTEP hard. Take Arizona minus 16.
Love it. Fitz is 4-1. Listen to him. Fitz, who
Move
you got
along.
this week?
Move along.
Who you got?
Yeah, this week is pretty bad. So I encouraged everyone yesterday to go golfing today. I even made a mention of or laying around being hungover after you've had 3 IPAs at the Mount Joy concert, which is exactly what I'll be doing today. So not really looking forward to a whole lot. I'll probably throw on the Colorado State game in prime time. But I'll take
Wear
Florida.
your sunglasses.
Yeah, Florida State, Boston College under 48 with the hurricane on the way. Should be windy and rainy. It's already been bet down by a touchdown. And then I'll take Houston plus 7.5 versus TCU.
Love that. And Florida State started at like minus 28. It's now minus 22. Like moving toward, like they know that Florida State just wants to get out of there. All right. For me, I'm 2-2. Not a great week last week. I'm going to go LSU and Mississippi State under 54.5. In Georgia, minus 27.5 against South Carolina's terrible O-line. Going big on the dogs this week. All right. So those are quick bets. Upset of the week. We went 0-3 last week with our underdog picks. So let's do better. Fitz is in the lead with 5 points. Me and Duke have 0. We're playing College Game Day Super Dog game. 5 points for a cover. 5 points plus the spread for an outright win. 1 point for a push. Duke, who is your dog?
Give me the Gators at the Swamp, live dog. They're getting 6.5 at home against Tennessee. I'm fading Tennessee's quarterback until he proves me otherwise. Give me the Gators.
Love it. Fitz, who you going with, my man?
Yep, Gators plus 6.5. Tennessee's lost 10 straight in the Swamp. DraftKings is doing a promotion, 50%.
I got that this morning.
You
You
got it?
did?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go from like minus 115 to plus 131 or something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
everyone, and now Florida's plus 5.5.
It's 5.5?
5.5.
I got a 6.5
So
an hour.
It's 5.5 right now.
Any moving lines.
Jenny moving lines, 6 units.
Yeah.
And Ohio for me, plus 3 against Iowa State. All right. Cover 3, week 3, like Fitz said. Let's
spend some time on this. On these.
Yeah.
Read this scoreboard for me.
I will read this scoreboard.
Thank you.
I'll go over it. Week 3, it is a nasty week. A lot of favorites are like minus 30. Like it's going to be tough because we only do top 25. Duke is in the lead at plus 84. Fitz is plus 73, and I moved back to plus 38.5 because Denny was right with Texas. I was wrong.
I think we got that one in.
Okay. So Denny, week 3 picks. Who we like?
Alabama bounce back after a loss against a non-power 5. They're laying 33.5. I think they'll win by 43.
Playing South Florida. Yeah.
I like the Gators plus 6. Like I said, I like Carolina laying 7.5 against Minnesota. Stay hot, Drake May. Go.
All right, Fitz, you're on deck here. Or you're up. I'm on deck.
Yep, I like Bama and Florida, just like Denny said.
Wow, look at you two guys.
Look
A
at us.
line this week.
And also going to go Central Michigan plus 34.5 against Notre Dame.
I like that.
They're looking ahead to Ohio State.
Yeah, I like that. All right, for me, my favorite was Georgia minus 27.5. I am with these guys with Florida plus 6 for the reasons they mentioned in the Swamp against Tennessee. And then Ohio State, time to blow someone out and make a statement, minus 29.5. All right, locks of the week. Here we go. Me and Fitz are 1-1. We took Bama, and they lost. Duke is 0-2, though. FAU outright to Ohio. Duke, let's get on the board with your best bet.
I am taking Miami of Ohio plus 14.5, 2 units. Ship
it. Fitz.
Yeah, I'm going to rely on the pros this week. I'm going to tail pick from Bet the Board, LSU minus 9.5 at Mississippi State.
Love it.
That one could get ugly.
Like it too. Yeah.
And then me and Duke are aligned on this one. Arizona is the lock of the week. At home, under the lines versus UTEP. UTEP just got blown out by Northwestern. Arizona played a great game that they should have won against Mississippi State in overtime. Now they're at home. Bounce back game, 16 points. They win by 30. Let's go, Zona Wildcats. All right. Well, that's all for today. Good luck with your bets, everyone. Thanks for listening and for riding with Graybos. And be sure to tune in next time. Please leave us a 5-star review. Bye-bye.
Always remember to gamble responsibly.
Giblets.
Closed eyes when I go to sleep, I don't see sheep, see dollar signs. $100 got him beat the eyes for the 100th time at a money line. Brock Purdy was irrelevant, now I'm at the front like a cutting line. G5 to the power 5, grade was on fire like a summertime. I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window? I know they watching, I'ma make them sweat. Put your money down, place your bets. Degenerate, yeah, I'm a sicko. Who else gon' get you to the window?